You wake up, it's quiet, not the normal kind of quiet. No distant traffic, no neighbor's TV, no notification buzz, complete, total silence. You check your phone, no signal, no Wi-Fi. You open the door and step outside, and that's when you feel it. The whole world is holding its breath, and you are the only one left breathing. Every single person on Earth, 8 billion of them, is gone, and you are all that remains. So, what happens next? The first few hours, honestly, you'd be fine. You'd wander the streets in a daze, calling out, checking houses. Disbelief would keep panic at bay. You'd tell yourself there's a rational explanation, a mass evacuation, a drill, anything but the truth. But then the small things start hitting you. The traffic lights still work, for now. The fridges in every shop are still cold. The taps still run. Everything is running on momentum, on systems set in motion by 8 billion people who are no longer here to maintain them. You have maybe 72 hours before the power grid begins to fail. It requires thousands of engineers monitoring it in real time, every hour of every day. Without them, it starts to destabilize, and when it goes down, it takes everything with it. No more refrigeration, no more heating or cooling, no more internet, no more pumping water into the mains. You have 72 hours to use that grid while it still works. Clock's ticking. Your first priority? Water. City water pressure drops within days once pumps stop running. You need to find a source, a river, a well, a rainwater collection system. You also need a way to purify it, because without water treatment plants, even a clear stream could carry pathogens that'll floor you within a week. You're in a world with unlimited resources, but almost none of them are immediately usable without infrastructure. Food? You have months, maybe years of canned and dried goods in supermarkets. That problem you can solve later, but a supermarket is also dark and alone and very large. You'll notice silence differently when you're standing in an empty Walmart at 2 a.m. Shelter isn't a problem. You have every building on Earth to yourself. But you'll want to think about location. City centers will become dangerous quickly once buildings start degrading without maintenance. A smaller house, good roof, near a water source, far from anything that could collapse. And then there's the thing nobody thinks about first, but everyone eventually does. Loneliness. It hits somewhere around day 4 or 5, not gradually, all at once. You'll be doing something completely ordinary, making coffee, watching a pre-downloaded show on a laptop battery, and the enormity of it will land on you like a physical weight. There is no one to tell, no one to call, no one who cares whether you got through today. Psychologists call it the single most destructive force to human mental health, more damaging than poverty, more dangerous than smoking, and you just got an infinite, inescapable dose of it. Here's what most people don't realize. Nature doesn't wait. Within weeks, weeds begin cracking through pavements. Within months, small animals start moving into abandoned buildings. Within a year, the roads are beginning to green over at the edges. The world is not mourning, it's exhaling. Rivers get cleaner almost immediately. You'll see stars from city centers for the first time in your life. And you, the last human, are watching all of it from a window in a house that's starting to get a little damp at the walls. Because maintenance is everything. Every building on Earth, every road, every bridge, all of it requires a constant human upkeep to stay standing. Without it, a well-built house starts to show real problems within 5 to 10 years. You are not just the last person, you are the last guardian of an entire civilization built over 10,000 years. And you are one person. You cannot maintain all of it, so you make choices. You pick the things that matter most and let the rest go. After a year or two, something unexpected might happen. You might be okay, not happy. Happiness is largely a social emotion, and it needs other people to fully activate. But okay, purposeful even. You'd develop routines. You'd find projects. You'd read books you always meant to read, learn skills you always meant to learn. You'd become, by necessity, the most self-sufficient human being who ever lived. Farmer, engineer, doctor, librarian, and historian all in one. But here's the part that will keep you up at night. You are not just the last human. You're the last memory of every human who ever lived. Every song, every book, every discovered truth, it only survives as long as you do. The moment you're gone, so is everything. The entire archive of human experience ends with your last breath. That's not loneliness. That's something much bigger than loneliness. That's responsibility. So here's the real question this scenario asks. Could you survive? You probably could, for a while. The real question is, what would you do with it? Because most people, when you strip away the job, the commute, the social obligations, the endless noise, would finally have to answer the question they've been avoiding their whole lives. What do you actually want to do with the time you have? Turns out you don't need to be the last human on Earth to ask that. Subscribe to Curiozo, because the universe keeps asking questions most people are too busy to hear.